What does a coach do for League of Legends? It's a nice broad question. Obviously, players are like on the individual level much better than the game than the people that are teaching them. Yeah, that is a fair point, but you're teaching a lot more than just things that are in the game. Communication is the first base for everything, and that really starts with what things mean. You can't possibly make clear calls in game if people understand things completely differently. Everyone can understand like mid priority means that you're getting like the first move or first push through mid. Obtaining that is one of the easiest ways to find control and pressure over the map. But what actually plays into that is a lot of different variables. Map state changes all the time, item states change, relative strength of your champions, all that change. It's kind of like learning to communicate around that with like what you need as quickly and as simply as possible, so that way you can actually, talk about the more like minute things that you need to actually accomplish that. Talking about those scenarios together, learning what people think and their ideas of those concepts, and just kind of merging them. But it's just not like clear immediately what we want. And I really think all of it just kind of stems from that communication chain from base. When I did one-on-one meetings with everyone towards the start of the year, one of the biggest things that all the guys had in like unison was that they wanted the team to be open. They wanted to be able to just call out things and not have people get offended. If we see someone like doing something we think is wrong, we call it out. Because if you let that stuff just kind of sit there and ferment, eventually that blows up. You're pissed off, you're frustrated, and you don't play well when you're frustrated. No one does. So you got to be open. You got to give each other shit sometimes when you need to, and you get past it and you get better. Woo! Measuring progress, you kind of just have to look at where you've been with things and where you started. If you lost a game, but the concepts that you were focusing on in practice, you were doing well on, and that ultimately didn't result in a win, like that's still progress. Like if you got better at it, that's good. You could win a game just because the other team just like griefed everything. Okay, yeah, you won a game, but was that really progress? Did that actually mean anything? Being able just to track improvement over time, like looking at these concepts and like this is what you did at the start, and this is how consistent that play is turning into, and these are the results you're getting from it. Usually try to demonstrate that to the people you're teaching, just so they feel that sense of pride of getting better, because that feeling's great. It feels so good, and that's one of the biggest things that motivates people.
Don't sweat it too much. It's one game out of 18.
18 games. Still lots of good.
Yeah, players just want someone giving them direction. They want to be pointed towards a way to progress and helped along that path. If we go 0-2 this weekend, I'm going back and I'm looking at why. I'm going to see what we were doing based on the fundamentals we looked at, see where those differences are between scrims and stage, because I don't think there's a reason we should go 0-2. If we go 2-0 this weekend, it's going to be pretty much the same thing as if we went 0-2. I'm going to look at the differences between scrim and stage, see where we did good, where we did bad, and I'm going to look at the next steps we should take as a staff and the next steps we should take as players to make sure the next weekend is just as good or even better. Every time I've been in LCS, I've been on what is like an underdog roster. Working in LCS, I've only missed playoffs once, and I'm expecting to be in the exact same place at a minimum. Everyone's got us projected at 10th, so I'm just looking forward to proving that wrong, because I know we're not 10th place.